Welcome back, adventurers. Welcome back. We out here first thing in the morning, letting Mac walk. Yes, he's back on the leash because he was eating deer poop, and we don't want that. So we're gonna walk him right before we start this video. Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Smalls RV Adventures. It's that time of year where we're not going on a trip for about 2 months, so we have to cover up the camper tires and the trailer tires. We already winterized. I didn't go over a process that we do because I showed it last year on this channel. So I'll put a link in the description for the last time that we winterized the camper so that you can see how we did it. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Before you start watching the video, just pause it, hit that subscribe button so that you can see all the adventures that we into as we finish up the cross country series. Now the cross country series is on pause so that we can get you out some of these sponsored videos. But if you want to see that cross country series without any breaks in the action, there's a cross country playlist. Just go to the channel, scroll down, look for the playlist, and look for that cross country playlist, and you can see all of our adventures all the way through. So let's get ready to start putting the covers on. I'd have to remember where I put everything, but I think I know. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this tree, but soon after we put in our RV pad, we realized this tree died. So I have somebody coming to cut this tree down. Now, assumingly, there's a lot of trees that die in this neighborhood because every company that I've called, they're like booked out for like weeks and months. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to get this tree knocked down, and so that we don't have to fear for it falling onto the RV. We also had another tree in the backyard that fell down that we're going to try to get that to be cleared up. But wow, the way that we park, we have a few branches up here that can possibly fall on the RV. So we want to get that taken care of before this tree comes down on its own. This is where I suspect that most of the wheel covers and everything are, because this is where I will put everything when I'm coming in. And these things are really, really dusty because I don't think I've used them since we went on this cross country trip. We're back from the cross country trip, and there's still a few videos for you guys to see during the trip. Now we have one stuck on something. I don't know what this is stuck on, but I also have to find the covers for the car hauler, and that is somewhere on this side or the other side. All right, I was able to find all of the tire covers. We have 8 in total. That's this big mess that we have here. But we're gonna first start by putting on the covers for the motorhome. But let's go over today's sponsor, which is Happy Nuts. Let's go inside, go over the sponsor of today's video, and then we'll come out and put on these tire covers. Everywhere we go, when we're on these long distance trips, people will always ask, Ricky, how do you keep yourself groomed no matter where you are, in the middle of the desert, the middle of nowhere? You always seem to be very groomed. And the secret is Happy Nuts body and groin trimmers. This trimmer set has kept us going for so long, 3-4 months on the road. So let's take a closer look at these Happy Nuts groin and body trimmers. The Happy Nut trimmers is a safe way to keep yourself well groomed, and is usable for all body types, which I really love. The best thing about the Happy Nuts groin and body trimmers is that you can use them all over your body, whether you're shaving down your head, shaving down your face, all those oh so necessary body parts. The Happy Nuts trimmer works very, very well for all areas of your body, keeping you nice, groomed, and safe. While traveling across the country, I use the Happy Nuts Lumberjack 2.0 to keep me groomed. When you buy it, you know what's exactly in the box. You have a trimmer for your head, trimmer head, 2 guards, and a USB-C charging cable. This is what the trimmers look like out of the box. You have your extra guard, you have the USB-C type charging cable, you have your Happy Nuts trimmer, you have a brush, and 2 of your guard blades. When I'm on the road, this trimmer is all I need to stay looking fresh and shaved. Happy Nuts trimmer. This is the Lumberjack 2.0. thing I notice is that RV tires are very expensive. On the lower end, you're paying at least $2,000 to $3,000 to get all your tires replaced. Much different from an automobile. So you want to cover them to eliminate the exposure from the sun, the air, the hot and cold. So we bought these covers some time ago, and I should have really put them on beforehand. I'm checking for bugs. Like sometimes you see spiders in here, and on this channel, we in the woods a lot, and I don't like spiders. So what I do is I just put these on all four of the tires. It doesn't take that long to put on. It is somewhat time consuming if you don't know how to exactly put them on, but once you get them on, it's kind of easy. Once you get the first one and you get some of the first grooves in, it just kind of fits in to block it. Now, this is a dually, so I don't have enough room. I don't even know if they make these for the dually to cover that second tire, but this is enough to block the sun from getting inside and damaging the tire. So this is good enough, and this is how the tire looks once you have this on, and the wind doesn't take it off, so that's pretty cool too. I'll give you guys a closer look up at it. So this is a close-up look at how the tire cover looks with this on side of the tire. So nice and smooth. Oh, I gotta show you guys something else. You see this water heater door? This is a little snap that comes with the door to keep this locked in. On our last trip, that broke, and I had to get something to fix it. So you're gonna see that in a future video. But yeah, I had to buy one of these pieces from Amazon. So if this ever breaks on you, you can go on Amazon, and it's just water heater door latch is what this is called. So if you ever need to get that piece, water heater door latch. Very easy to put on. So this is the second one on. The other one is on over there. Two down, two to go. All right, now I'm on the work side of the RV. Sit, Max, sit, sit. Still training my dog to stay. We had to put him back on a leash for a little bit because he was not listening. And we had to go back to crate training whenever he goes back to not listening. That's what we have to do with him to make him start listening again. Don't you guys have to do that the same thing with your pets, with your dogs? I don't know if you guys have labs, but a lot of the times with labs, they're very stubborn dogs, very nice dogs to have, but at some points, they can be very stubborn. So a lot of the times we have to stop giving so many treats and to go back to his original form of training just so that he can go back to the way that we want him. Just like a child, they'll show you unwanted behaviors. So sometimes we have to go back to the crate training, go back to the different collars so that he will stop pulling. So he regressed a little bit because we had him off the leash for a long time. Um, when we got back to the sticks and bricks, we just let him go out because we have a big property, so we don't really have to walk him so much. You can just let him out and let him go running around like a dog park. And when you do that, especially with labs, they get a sense of independence where they don't want to listen anymore. So we had to go back to the crate training and leash training. So right now, it's the first time in a couple of days that we're letting him off the leash just to see if he would listen. So right now he's listening for the most part. He only had that one hiccup on camera and that was it. All right, we're up to the last cover and that's it. That didn't take that much of a long time. But we still have to do the car hauler. But I think the car hauler will be a bit easier. But this is the last one, and then after I get this one on, we'll do the car hauler and I'll show you that I'm not gonna bend down. I don't want to show you my crack again. So I'm gonna pause the video, put this on, then I'll bring it back to you. All right, so this is the covers on the other side. You can't even see the leveling blocks that well. I only have one bit of concern over here is the that I push the jack into the ground a little bit over here, so I may have to lift this tire up the next time we go on a trip so that we're not putting so much pressure on the blacktop here. Next thing I have to do is put the wheel covers on top of the car hauler. But for the next project that I'm going to do is when I have the car hauler working and I have the car on top of the car hauler, we have this little piece here that the Kia is bouncing against when I hit bumps. So what I have to do is put some wood where the wheels go in the front just to raise the tires up. So I have these two woods here. I'm going to let those dry off, and then I'm going to prime them and paint them the same color as the car hauler, and then put some wood stain, and then I can put the car up and make it look better so that it's not bumping up against this. So this is what we use a lot of our equipment to pull it up onto the trailer and to hook up our Starlink. So here's the wheels here that we want to cover up to make sure that they stay good for our travels. So this side is a little easier to put on. Just have to straighten these out a little bit. And I put this on to protect the tire. And then once I put this tire on, I can put the chalk back on, keep it nice and fresh. Okay, that's both of the tires covered. We're ready for this winter weather. I tell you, when the winter weather comes, when you're high up in the mountains, you don't know, because we already got 2 snowfalls, everything melt, but next week is supposed to be brutally cold. So I want to cover everything up to make sure that everything stays safe. One of the cars, it got so cold that the tire pressure went down where you had that tire pressure light that came on. So you have to cover up, especially your trailer tires, because you don't use them as much as the car, so you don't want to get dry rot. So this is why I'm doing this now. Mac is over here sniffing around. He's supposed to be sitting down. Sit down, Mac. Sit, boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Very good. That's what I like to see. Thank you, Dad. There, we have tire covers on the trailer and on the RV so we can save the winter, save the tires. Thousands and thousands of dollars of savings right there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This was a rather short video, just going over to some of the things that we had to fix and some of the things we had to just, improve so that we don't damage any of the wheels for the car hauler or for the RV trailer. We have a lot of sponsored videos that's on this channel. That's how we can do a lot of the travels that we do. So we do have to take sponsorships. There's also campaigns that we run that also helps us keep up with our travels. So you're going to have some of the breaks in some of the series that we're doing. Right now, we're home for about a month, but you won't notice that we're home for like a month before our next trip because we're so far advanced. And a lot of the trips that we have planned and scheduled and that we already done videos for. So right now we're still in the cross country series. We're still in Arizona. Liam was just born in the videos. This is a few months after. So once the videos start catching up right after the cross country series, you guys will see the family as we are in the present. Sometimes when we're doing these review videos, you may see glimpses of everybody, like if I'm taking them to school, where we at full time right now until we on the road. Liam's growth, how big he is, our travels from the Pocono region of Pennsylvania, going across New York State, Port Jervis way, rural areas of upstate New York. So it's really, really cool. I don't know if you guys know how much it costs to replace RV tires, but each of these tires are like $500 to $1,000. So imagine that you're going to get tires that are 1,000 plus tires, and we have 6 tires that we have to replace. So if they're $1,000, that means that it's $6,000 at the minimum to replace all of the tires. And usually, if a back tire goes, you want to replace it with something that matches the front tire. So hopefully everything goes well with all of the tires, and then we replace all of them at the same time, or we replace 2 at a time. But we always have to keep like a stash of the most expensive repair that you can have on the RV. So like if you keep that stash, if something happens, you just go into that stash and you can keep traveling and keeping on the roads. The car hauler is not that expensive to repair the tires. The tires are cheaper than car tires, or somewhat similar to car tires. I can get uh, car holder tires, trailer tires for about $60 for a tire. So for $240, I can replace all four tires on the car holder. That's not expensive at all. The wiring for the car holder I can do myself. It's very simple. It's DC wiring, so that's very simple for the lights and everything else. So this is not hard to maintain, but the RV is something that you have to keep up on and to maintain. The tires are the most expensive part, I believe, that you're going to have to maintain. Nothing is going to come up to about 6,000 or more, I'm guessing, that you're going to have to fix yourself without insurance. The engine parts, I don't believe, are that expensive. That's going to run you $6,000 for one thing. You may go into the thousands, but not that much. But stay tuned for future videos. We have a lot of things to go over. There's going to be a lot of injections into the cross country series, and then we're going to go from the cross country series where we're traveling around the Mount Pocono region of Pennsylvania. Then we're traveling into New York State for different things, trying out different foods, but that's all to come. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell so that you know when we're posting new things. So stay tuned, everybody. The next video, I may be fixing something on the car hauler. You never know. So see you later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.